her father was president of Atlanta University before there was such a thing as Parkland University. That's Morocco's darling wife there. Sister Scott here, in addition to the other stuff about her father, he was a master chess player. And I had asked him to teach me the game one day, but I never got around to getting those lessons. But I remember that about him, among other things. It's an honor to be among so many people who have done so much. Abel Mabel there, I remember her from her early days in Vine City, when she was a community leader before she became a public official. And she was stirring up a lot of trouble back in those days. She followed in the footsteps of Dorothy Bolden Thomas, who was one of the national organizers of the domestic workers back in the day, when they were organizing to demand $5 a day and car fare. That was the aspiration, that they be making $5 a day and car fare.
We've come a long way.
Come a long way. This area that we're in now has a lot of meaning for me because I came here to attend the school across the street because they wouldn't let me in Spelman.
My hero.
Had that little gender bias thing going on. So I got as close as I could. And I took as many classes in Spelman as I could. There's a statue on Morales campus of Dr. Benjamin E. Mays, who was president of Morales at the time. That statue was done by a man named Ed Dwight.
Yes.
Okay? Now, Ed Dwight was the first black selected for the astronaut program.
That's right.
Under John F. Kennedy. He never flew, but he was the very, very first black selected for that program. One of the things this spot, for example, is where the Canterbury House used to be. I think it's probably where the parking lot is as opposed to where this building is. And Father Scott was the man that ran the Canterbury House. It was one of the places where northern whites and some northern blacks came to meet some of us in the South to get a little education about what it was like to be here. And so I'm remembering all that stuff. One of my first jobs was a community organizer for the anti-poverty program, and my title was Extension Area Manager. And my territory was this area under the very first organization organized under the Office of Economic Opportunity, the Nash Washington Neighborhood Service Center. Nash being Northside Drive, Ashby Street, Simpson Street, Hunter Street. And the Washington part was Wharton High School area. The Washington area over there. And the thing that I was proudest of during my time with the EOA, Economic Opportunity Atlanta, was organizing a cleanup campaign in Vine City and what was known as Lightning, that's where the stadium stands now. There used to be an incinerator there for the city. That's where they burned the garbage. And before there was a black mayor, it was during the time that we had our last non-black mayor, because of the organizing people like Abel Mabel and Dorothy Bolden and others like that, we were able to get the people in those communities by the block level to get all the residents in the area to bring all the rubbish and trash from their yards to the curb on 2 days a week for like a 3-week period. And that was refrigerators, old toilets, and car tires, and what have you. And according to the city's records, we carried away 300 dump truck loads of rubbish during that 3-week period. And of all the little things that I've been involved in, that is the one thing I was proudest of.